Can you give us like your favorite lyric or line you've ever wrote?
I'm trying to get up, head up. I got bloody hands, just trying to get my bread up. And even though you let me down, you know I never let up. Wishing I could freeze the moment, somehow it gets sped up. What's up, man? It's Amileo North. You guys are tuned into Notorious Sleep. So, like, growing up in my grandma's house with like my brother and my mom and my sister and my grandma, my bro, he just used to like always play music. Like that's all I can remember is just like music being played like 24 hours. Like he had to sleep with music. Like, you know, and it's just, you know, like the people that you're around, you know, you form their habits too, you know? So it's like music is just like, that's all I knew, like, you know? And then my brother started making music and that was like, you know, like my idol, like, you know, like my big bro, you know? So like I wanted to do whatever like my big bro was doing, you know? When I was like 15, I went to jail for 7 months. Like the first week I came home, my brother called me and he said, yo, I booked a studio session for you. Come today. So that same day, like I found the beat on YouTube. I wrote a track right there that same day, you know? It was called Get Low. It's on YouTube right now. You can search AM Get Low. And then that was the first track I made, you know? I would say like 2014. Like I was on house arrest for 2 years, you know? So like I couldn't go to no studio, nothing. Like I had nothing to do, you know? So I bought a computer, I bought a mic. And like I was just like in my room 24/7, just like recording like every day, you know? And like that's how like I found my sound, everything, you know? Like ever since then I just been like just going. That's it. You know, I would say like it's all Toronto artists, to be honest, like Drake, Party Next Door, especially, you know? Tory Lanez a little bit, you know? Ooh. See, like, the thing is now is like, I don't know, like, I'm not really too fussy about none of that because, like, I just feel like I just don't really hear my sound, like, really, like, blending with, like, a lot of these artists. You know what I mean? Like, if Party Next Door would come out of retirement, then yeah, I'd make a trap with Party probably. You know, but other than that, I just keep it, like, with me and my homies, you know? Like, I want to be up there with the greats, and when you think about the greats, like, you don't think about like you're not gonna say like, yo, Drake has a Toronto sound or The Weeknd has a Toronto sound or like, you know, like all these artists from these cities just because they're coming from these cities have that sound. But because all of these great artists that we see is like they're all like very unique, like, you know, and like they're just very great at what they do, like, you know what I mean? And they just make good music. Like, you know, so it's like I just want to make good music and just let my music speak for itself. Like that's how I just describe my sound. Like it's just music. My first job. I did I worked at a peanut factory for one day. Crazy shit. Never again. Like, yo, honestly, like, yo, shout out like the people who work in factories and shit. Like, yo, that's real hard work, you know? But yeah, that was like the first job I ever did was a peanut factory. Like it's crazy. Uh I grew up on WWF, WWE. You know, I say my favorite is Rey Mysterio. Yeah, Rey Mysterio is probably my favorite wrestler. I give him man like the sweet chin music, and then I'll give him the people's elbow, and then I'll give him the swanton. And then I'll put him on the ropes, give him the 619. Real shit, man. Come on. 007 on the Nintendo 64. GoldenEye. You don't know if I get the golden gun, one shot, one kill. That's it. Trigger fingers hot. Me personally, like, I focus on music a lot. Like, from even from when I was a kid. Like, you know, like, generations of artists. Like, you know, like, I've seen like from 2000s to now. Like, you know, like I've seen, I really love Toronto music. Like I wish I could make, like, you know, like I wish I could have that Toronto sound, like, you know, but like I just feel like because like I've been around so much places, that's why like I don't have that Toronto sound because like, I wasn't always in Toronto my whole life, you know. So it's like I had to learn to like, like fit in where you get in, like, you know, like whatever, like, you know what I mean. So it's like, yeah, it was a blessing, like real shit. It's a blessing. I fuck with Toronto music. I love Toronto music. Toronto, I love you. You don't know. I have a track with Robin Banks. So fuck with Toronto. So the name is Amileo North. You know, and it's just Amileo North. You know, I just want to give them like just a little bit at a time. You know, so it's like I'm gonna give you one, like, you know, one chapter of my life, like, you know, and it's like I just want this tape, like I'm not really sure if there's gonna be a lot of features on there, you know. Like I might just drop another tape maybe next month, you know, and there'll be features on that one. But this one, I just want this tape to like just let this be an introduction to myself. Like, you know, like I just feel like I hold back so much, like, you know, and it's just like as recently, like, you know, like I've been going deeper with my music. So I just want this tape to really just like, you know, just like let people kind of know who I am, where I come from, you know?
Yeah, my mama don't start calling me, cause I'm stuck in the streets, that shit don't bother me. And I know that you want, but don't give honesty. And honestly, if they could do me dirty, they would.